It is definitely a nice night, evening, whatever, out. Dog that doesn't fit. If I had to, technically the people that live here temporarily, if I would have had the stone out, it would have fit and whatnot. So, but I got a salt down. But anyway, it's a nice December, I think it's 30th. Or is it 31st? But anyway, it don't matter. Uh, it's a nice night out though. But let's see. Someone was like, I made a comment. Why don't you talk about the government again? And I was like, well, I could. I could talk about, but you know, with a bunch of less than 50 IQ people down there, it's like you don't get through. I mean, you got Hillary. You got Hillary. What was Hillary before? She's a secretary. So I guess secretary sitting down there acting like a senator. Um, you got Bill Clinton. We all know Bill Clinton was a farmer. Overseas, he was an electrician. Or he was something. I really doubt if he was an electrician because he's been out in the grave longer than a lot of people. A lot of people have been in that grave. Like again now, like, oh, I'm gonna snap the whip. Holy shit, he has an M16. Yeah, bullets are flying now, aren't they? No more musket loaders. But anyway, that's the funny part. Put an M16, put a guy with an M16 with a bullet down and a clip, and you can pretty much get that guy almost the bullets on the table and have him load that M16 standard cartridge, and just have him speed load the M16 versus the musket, and about every freaking time you're gonna win with the M16. Not talking about shooting the guy either. Look at me weird, like, why isn't he speaking opposite? Because we don't speak opposite in the real world. We don't sit there and talk shit about people in a roundabout way. When you're in Europe, you want to get your face, you want to get punched, that's a good way to get punched in Europe. Good way to get punched in Germany, Russia, Arabs. Except the Arabs like to do it the other way. They're like, oh, they'll sit there and they'll be quiet, and then you'll sit there and you'll try to do your little spiel. You try to North Canada, which is actually not the USA. I think if anyone had a brain, the question for the idiots that are representatives, Congress, and senators was what was the real name of this country? And it sounds like USA. It's close, but it's European, Canada, America. Because I was thinking about that. But in all traditional things, we're going back through history. They were asking, like, where's the name change? But if you think about America, I don't think you really want to be American. But any idiot that wants to sign the paper and say they're a citizen, I'm going to let my ass off at you. And the reason why I'm saying AS, not ASS. But sounds the same if you say it really fast. But the reason I'm going to do that is because America, for a person, a human, a person part of the population, is an idiot to call themselves American. Why do you think your driver's license does not say American? It says you're in the USA, but it does not say you're American. So how many people can say native? If the Indians say native, I'm going to laugh because you start looking like a fish. Okay? And even the fish, even the whales, even piranhas, even those little bitey minnows over in the, not Philippines, but I think it's in Singapore or Indonesia or India. They even swam over here to protest. I guess they protest by beaching themselves or biting you. Sharks came in to protest. They're not American. So shut up, Miley Cyrus. Now the interesting part of that is if all these whales of different species, all these seals came over here, and I'm talking seal, not the idiot that holds a gun and calls himself a Navy SEAL. And the reason why I say that is if you guys were military, not militia, military, anytime an order would come down, your sergeant would sit there and say, Mr. Peter Barker, number 6544, say 2-1, shut up, 3-1. Here's the orders and read them. No sergeant that has a brain would actually read those orders. And so Mr. Peterman will sit there and say, well, I don't want to read that. And you can state my little badge number, SP6541. Go screw yourself. Because military does not answer to a bunch of politicians. Especially you got a president down there. Supposedly Clinton, I know they're hiding a few facts right now in Europe. Like, Elizabeth is dead. Philip is dead. And the people you see on video that was recorded a long time ago, the recording stopped on them at 2002, and we're exactly right around 1988 as far as where the videos went. So we got another 12 years to 14 years to catch up to the videos. So the media's sitting there saying, hey, we got a little bit of something on these people, don't we? They don't know what year it is that these videos came out. Anyone can slap a 2014, 2017 freaking date on anything. Trust me. This is how I know. Look at the top part of your TV screen where it says news and media. Now, if you take your laptop and you actually suppress the information coming in, you might see where it says recorded, time, date, or however long it is. You might actually see the imprint from the video camera. If the camera does not have a video imprint, meaning this is what was recorded from the camera, then it's not legit. They're not legit. They're not an official media. Official media has a timestamp, has a date, has how long, and everything else, even if it looks stupid. You ever notice one thing? Anytime you talk about the government as they try to say they're government, someone gets killed over here. That's the interesting part. Someone gets freaking killed. Why you need to kill people if they're telling you the truth? So some say, well, we'll throw them off of JFK. And when we throw them off of JFK, they'll think that we're the nice people. That was talked about in 1980. And in 1980, they were like, oh, if we do that, that's kind of like cream of crop kind of crap. But if that was not in 1980, and everyone was asking, where did JFK get killed at? Well, that's pretty easy. JFK got killed in Washington, D.C. because he drove his limo to that of the White House. You'll catch teachers, and you'll see it in books. Oops, typo, if you're lying. Not in Dallas, Texas. So what part of lie is catching up to the liars? In the sense of 19, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Oh, you can kiss their butt for revenue and money that was yours anyway. And 1977 to 1990, and it still happens today, they're passing money back and forth. There's a hidden bank system to where they bypass Wachovia, they bypass Santander, they bypass Bank of America, and all that crap. So anyway, they bypass sending money over, and it's supposed to be for the government. What people know as a government. I'm not going to say that it's a government. Everyone knows that the government is a bunch of people who are nice and good about handling money and good about handling people. Because if it isn't, and you call yourself government, you're falling back in your own pit trap of 1886. Where you cry like a bunch of little girls, even if you had a wiener, and said, they're beating me up. They're abusing me. They're locking me to a machine. Hold on. I didn't think we had machines in 1886. But guess what? Apparently they do. Oh, so we're not in we're not exactly in 2017. No, we're a lot farther than that. So that tells you how far on this side of the planet people don't want to keep the time and date. Because if you kept the time and date, you might actually realize that if all the ground went back to the way it was. So go to Google, type in 3D diagram or diagram 3D of the ocean. You want to see an exploited view of the ocean in 3D modeling. If that is correct, and the ground would cave in tomorrow all over the place, we'd be standing in roughly anywhere from 5 to 20 foot of water. That ain't good, huh? Minimal is 3 feet. So if that's true, then really, how is Neptune, if we're not already on Neptune, a bad place? I know a planet that a lot of people spoke of a long time ago as a universe that had two water planets. It was like, wow, you get this to work, and you could get this planet, and you could live on Saturn or Mars. There's different names for them. And you could get all this water. And you know what would happen to everyone else that had to come to you for the water? But you remember, when you're handling 100,000 gallons of water through space that's just as cold as today, it might not get there correctly. Oh, we'll just crash it on the planet. If I put, over 100 million to 100 million gallons of water on a planet, you'd have this stinking planet again. So don't be an idiot. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say right now. I'll make another video. But the funny part about it is people are paid off so bad that your noses are not only up your rear end, but it went through your butthole. Goodbye.